Right, good afternoon, Roger.
Good afternoon.
So we've got Roger Armiotage, and today is the Thursday the 25th of August 2022, and we're at the Foxglove.
No, we're not. It's a hidden destination, isn't it?
Oh, hidden destination.
No one knows we're here.
No one knows we're here. Thank you for taking part in this interview on behalf of the Kirkburton History Group, of which you are a very valued member. And we want to talk to you about your memories of Kirkburton, and any personal memories that you do wish to share. That's entirely up to you. And if you want us to edit anything afterwards, that's absolutely fine.
Okay.
Okay. So shall we start going back to right at the beginning? Can you tell us something about where and when you were born?
I was born April 24th at 9:30 in the morning. I was delivered by Nurse Brooke. Nurse Brooke did all the deliveries in Kirkburton. She was the local midwife, and anybody who was born in Kirkburton probably was delivered by her. So I was born at U3L. Do you know where U3L is?
Yes, yeah, we do.
You know where U3L is? It's just up from Bath Street.
Yeah.
You know where Bath Street is?
Yeah.
Up by the baths up there. So I was born there. My father was Norman Armitage. My mum was Mary Armitage, previously known as Maeve. Maeve was born at Shelley, top of Shelley, Red Hill at Shelley, on the left-hand side, which was my grandfather's house, which was previously a corset factory.
Wow.
Did you know that? They got married in Shelley Emmanuel Church, 1937, I think it was. So I came along in 1945. My oldest brother, Tony, he was born in 1939. I always thought, at the time when mum and dad got married, they lived at Highburton in the Fold at Highburton, which is just round the corner from Methodist Chapel. I always thought he was born there, but he wasn't. Apparently my grandma was poorly, and so my mum went up to Shelley, which is a long walk up Red Hill up Shelley, and she gave birth up there. Right. So he was born in Shelley, right, but I was born in Kirkburton in Red Hill. My younger brother Stephen, he's 2 years younger than me, he was born there by Nurse Brooke as well. So, earliest memories, a bit accident prone when I was little. We're playing marbles outside, and there's these grates in the floor, in the drains, and we're playing marbles outside. Me and my brother, and I think there was John Wirral there. He was from the bathhouse. He's a member of the history group as well. There's John Wirral, Alan Wirral, Dudley Thorpe. He was we're all about the same age, so we're all playing marbles outside, and of course some marbles went down the grate, didn't they? So someone lifted it up. I put my fingers in to get him out, and somebody let go. So they trapped my finger. So I've got a square finger. So it squashed all the flesh out there. So I ended up down at the doctor's. My dad took me down to Dr. Stevens down on North Road there. And he didn't stitch it up, he just said, right, we'll put some tape around it, and I had to go every day to have it dressed.
How old were you then? Do you remember?
About 3 or 4.
Right, yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
So to swirl it around in some liquid, Nurse did it all the time, and eventually it healed up. So my mum always said, if you ever get knocked down, we'll know you are because you've got a square finger.
Yeah.
Another time, I was with the house had some steps up to the front door, and I was going down them steps one day, and there's a fork, a rake laying down, the old-fashioned rake with the tines on the bottom. Someone left it pointing uphill, so I went down the steps, turning it, and banged myself on my eyebrow here. So I had about 3 stitches in that one. So, yeah, life was okay as a kid. I remember my mum did washing outside. All it was a 2 up and 1 down, basically. The house is still there, but next door was a lass called Eileen Beaumont. She was about my age as well. She had a younger sister as well. They live next door, so we all played out together.
What sort of things did you play? What games do you remember
Oh, we just, I don't know, stone fights actually.
Yeah.
Stone fights. I don't know if anybody else did stone. We always had stone fights with some kids further down the road, down Lower Town. In them days, that road was just a track. It was a rough track with stones and that sort. It wasn't tarmac at all. There was no tarmac at all. I don't know, hide and seek, all that kind of stuff, kids' games.
Conker fights and things when they were
Conker
conkers?
fights, yeah. So I started school at 5-year-old, was up at church school, up School Hill. I can remember Mum taking me there for a few days, but after that I just went on my own, which is a 5-year-old is a big thing.
So you'd have to used to cross that road on your own and...
Oh yeah, you can cross the road on your own, yeah. We used to take a shortcut up through Lower Town, then up was it Lowfold? Yeah.
So that school, was that where Kirkburton First School is now?
That's Kirkburton First School is now. There was a garden in front of it, and as a youngster we used to do help gardening as well. But at the front of the playground was a small wood. But in front of that wood was a chestnut paling fencing, which was wire wrapped round fencing, and we used to get conkers and try and bore a hole through that with the fencing. That's one thing I do remember that.
Did you like school, Roger?
Yeah, up there we did. School, I learnt quite a lot in there about maypole dancing. I don't think they do it now. I don't think many schools do it now. Some schools do it. I know one school over in Lancashire, near Wigan. I know they still do it and they teach it as well. One down in Cheshire, they still teach maypole dancing. So as kids went to maypole dance.
Was that outside?
Inside.
Inside.
Yeah. It was just a wooden block with quite a high pole, coloured ribbons, and you danced in and out. In terms of, someone played piano, so we all learned to do maypole dancing.
Yeah.
You had your dinner up there. Then there were a girls and a boys entrance, so you had a boys and a girls cloakroom. So you hang your coats in there, go inside your classrooms, and you all sat together. You had the old-fashioned pens with ink, blotting paper, all that kind of stuff. I think we started off with pencils, but mainly ink.
You played together then, the girls and boys played together?
Oh yeah, we all played together at playtime.
Just different ways in and out.
How many classes were there?
There'd be about 4 or 5 classes, I think. I'm not right sure. My memory's not right brilliant on that. But we used to have a dinner. Whilst we were in the classes at dinner time, dinner ladies used to come from the kitchen, set all the tables up. We'd all have seat platforms, sit on them, have your dinner. Then after dinner, then it got cleared away. Well, you went outside, had a bit of a play time, get you back in. And they got camp beds out, or they put mats on the floor, and you lay down for an hour.
And had a sleep?
We had a sleep for about an hour. Yeah.
I think we did that.
All kids did this.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of kids did this.
Did you get milk as well, free milk?
You got free milk with a little third of a gel and a straw, paper straw, and if you sucked and chewed it, well, you'd turn it over and bite end off, and you'd ask for more straw, and you got your hand slapped for asking for more straws. But if you were a milk monitor, end of the day, you could get more milk, because if there was any milk left over, you just drink it.
Yeah. So going back to your home, do you remember, did your mum have special days for doing jobs?
My mum had special days, yes, she did. Monday was wash day.
Yeah.
Like I said, with a wash kitchen outside. Inside the house, all we got was a stone sink and one cold tap, with a York range for heating water. So bath night was a tin bath on a Friday night. So we all started off, I don't know who went first, probably me or somebody. We all went, all kids had a bath, went to bed. Then they'd probably have a bath, then mum and dad. Because as a fireplace, it had an oven, and my mum could bake bread in the oven, bake cakes, cook all the meat in there.
Yeah.
Did you heat the water at
And
the
the water
side,
was
or was it
heated.
in the back?
No, the heater was heated separately, so you just
So
a flow
ladle it
either
out.
side, so you could get the heat to the oven or heat to to the water, and then they'd have a tap on the front and bucket it out into a tin bath. Then cold water out of a, well, we use a galvanised bucket or a ladle, something like that. Doing all of them a bath, put it in the same water as well.
Did you have any electric at that
No,
time?
all gas, all gas. You got to go down to Quat for a gas mantle. Because these gas mantles, I don't know if you remember them, gas mantles are very, very brittle. Once they start to get warmed up, they're like a silk bag to start with, and you to shape them out as a round as you can, light it, and then it'd just blow up. And these were very, very brittle. Unless you touched it, knocked it, off it went, and you'd had a bare flame. So you'd have to quat down to get into the gas mantle. And we must have gone through millions of these in those days. And even when we moved down to Dogley, we was still gas down there. So yeah, we never had gas in, electric in the house at all. It was all gas. With a gas poker to light the fire on a morning. My dad used to chop wood and I don't know.
What did your dad do? What was his job?
During the war, he was a wagon driver.
Yeah.
He were called up for the army, but he failed on his feet. He got bad feet. So he was put to work on wagon driving. It was heavy goods driving. So he'd be going from Liverpool docks, going to, I don't know, Manchester, Coventry, where there were hot bombings going on, supplying. Then he'd go to Hull docks and pick up supplies from there. Deliver them from anyway. I just don't know where he delivered, but I know that he'd come over at Pennines with a load of, let's say, sugar on. But he'd meet a mate a bit, and he'd some, I don't know, baked beans, let's say, for want of a thing, and he'd swap a parcel of this and a parcel of that. I remember as a kid we used to have a tin of glucose. This obviously came from America, because we didn't produce it, I don't think, in this country. This was a tin about that square, about that high, with a round lid, and we had to prise it off with the edge of a spoon. Prise it off, and you get some lemonade and two tablespoons full of that in lemonade, and stir it all up. Then you add glucose powder. That's like energy drink, isn't it, today?
Yeah,
With pure glucose for that. And he got that off a wagon, obviously.
Yeah.
So he'd swapped it for something else, so he brought this home, and that wasn't covered. Even when we moved to Dogley in 53, that went down with us as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, so during, well, the rationing was still until 53,
Yeah.
and then it petered out.
Yeah.
So up to 53 we were still rationed.
Yeah.
You know, so much meat, butter, eggs. But my dad, we had some hens outside the house. We had a small patch of area outside the house, and right at the back of the house we had some hens as well.
Yeah.
So we'd have some eggs, and we'd have some meat as well, if need be.
Do you remember anything like special about the food, or about the, you know, when rationing finished, like the first time you had something that you'd never had before, or anything like that?
Well, oranges and apples
Yeah.
were a rarity.
Yeah.
I mean, see, at Christmas time, we'd have an apple and an orange and probably half a crown.
Yeah.
You know what half a crown is, don't you?
No, but you do, don't you?
Yes.
Half a crown, it's old money.
About 10p, is it?
No, old money, it's 2 and 6.
Right.
Yeah,
2 and 6, half a crown.
It's 12.5p.
Ah.
Yeah, 12.5p
Yeah.
nowadays,
Yeah.
but just half a crown.
Yeah.
You'd have one of these in your stocking, and that
Yeah.
was it.
Yeah.
That's all you got.
Yeah.
Obviously, they couldn't afford a lot. I remember getting a toy crane at one time with a little hook on, and that was something to play around with. So, and my mum did a bit of work. Before she was married, she was a mender. The roundhouse in Kirkburton, where it is now,
Yeah.
that was a mending place. We'd get pieces and they'd bring them down to the house, so my mum would go there and do some work there, but that's the only work she ever did.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, most women in them days didn't go out to work much.
No.
They did homework in. My mum's sister, my Auntie Joan, she worked for Lepton Fireworks at home,
Right.
and she rolled Catherine wheels, tubes. She had a little steel tube on a slope, and she'd paste all the paper, and just roll it and roll it. And she gets so much 1,000 for doing all those.
Yeah.
So home working was what the people used to do. So nobody went ever out to work.
Going back to Kirkburton then, tell us about the shops that you remember in Kirkburton?
Plenty of sweet shops.
Yeah.
Skellens was one shop.
Where was that?
By Zebra Crossing now.
Yeah.
Bulls just below that. That was Benson's further on, opposite where Ellis Mill was. Next door to there was the chip shop. That was coal fired. There was shoe shop, Newsom's shoe shop, haberdashery shop next door for curtains, clothes, things like that. Further on, florist shop, chemist shop, Everest garage. There was a bank still there. Ellis Mill, there was a printing works in front of Ellis Mill. Salvation Army to walk down outside of Ellis Mill on a walkway, wooden walkway built up to the side of the building, which you looked over the side, it sort of scared you. So we had some good times in Salvation Army. My dad used to take us on there, especially at harvest festivals. He's a very good singer, a really good singer. He had a band in there, tambourines, trumpets, all the job lot. And they go around the village playing as well, Salvation Army.
Do you remember the big sings? What's it called? The great
Sing, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, we had that in Kirkburton, in Cricket Field. That's the only time I remember it being there. It might have been somewhere else. If it was wet, it was in the church, Kirkburton Parish Church. But years afterwards, I think there's a photo now floated around that me and my dad went back and did a deck party to sing up there.
Yeah. You used to like singing then, did you, Roger?
I could do singing, yeah. When I was younger, let's see, where would I be now? I'd be down at Dogley. We moved from Kirkburton to Dogley in 1953. My mum and dad took the caretaker's job at Dogley Chapel. Oh. So with that, there was a house to go with it. We were still renting off the chapel, but there's a house at the back, which was a manse for the old minister. This is quite a historic place, this chapel at Dogley. So we lived in that, and then again it got gas in there. So after a few years we got electric in. A local company, Kirkburton, they put it in for us, and you just got one socket in each room and a light switch by a door, and that was it. Basic lighting, but at least if we hadn't got mantles to do. But we used to shop at Dogley Co-op for mantles and food. We used to go to Dogley Co-op.
So
shop.
where was the co-op in Dogley?
Dogley Co-op, but just up Fardine.
Oh, right.
On the left-hand side.
Yeah.
It's up for sale now at, I don't know, £800,000, something like that. And just above the Co-op is two little cottages. The first cottage, there was a family called Benson lives in there. They had two lads, and we used to watch telly in there. They had the first TV I ever saw in there. Next door to that was the Co-op manager's, assistant manager's house. He lived there.
How old were you then when you moved to Dogley? Do you remember?
1955, 8.
Oh, right.
8 year old.
And was it a bit bigger house than the you had?
Well, it's a detached house.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, with 3 bedrooms there,
yeah.
and a bathroom.
Yeah.
With what you call a lounge then,
Yeah.
a dining kitchen and a study.
Oh,
So we've always called it spare room.
yeah.
Well, we played dartboard with a dartboard in there, we'd store all his bikes in there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, quite a big house
Yeah.
compared to what we had before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like living there. I know, we lived among the graves. There's graves at the back of there, which, people who say, oh, I wouldn't live like around that, but we didn't bother. We were just kids, we played around, we played football around there up the back. Went up roaming up on the Airway banking, we could watch Burton Dick going past once a week or once a day whenever it went past. We could just roam around up there, into Lepton Woods, going fishing in Lepton Woods, catching toddlers, and mill dam down at Dogley. George Bowman's did a mill dam down bottom there. Right. And you could catch tadpoles down there, take them home. I still got catpoles at home. And I put them in April time, and they haven't got any bigger. at home.
No.
And it's now, what, nearly September?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long they get before the frogs, I have no idea.
No.
Somebody said, my lad said it was 16 weeks, but it's past 16 weeks
Maybe it's
now.
the heat that's...
I wonder if of lack of water or...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oxygen or whatever.
Oh no, it's I've got some oxygenating plants in there,
Yeah.
and it's clear as a ball, the water, very clear. It's got a big green stuff on the top,
Yeah.
but no, we moved down in 1953, and I still went to Kirkburton Church School,
Yeah.
and we catch the bus at Dogley. It cost 3 AIMs, which is 1.5 old pence, which is not much now, is it? Less than 5p.
Pay or something.
It's yeah, from bottom of Fardine, it used to cost a penny, but because it was a fair stage at Dogley, at Copley House, you know where Copley House is,
Yeah.
just above,
Yes.
just above
Yes,
Chapel.
Yes,
There's a big
yes,
house on the
yes,
left hand
yes,
side. There's something
yeah.
on the left hand side there. There's all new houses.
Yes.
That was the old tennis courts. Was there. That was can't remember who lived there originally, but Copley obviously was somebody called Copley. That's why you call it Copley House.
Yeah.
So from that bus stop there to Kirkburton onto North Road there, bottom of Alice, it cost you a penny and a half from Dogley, but from Dogley Bar it cost you a penny. So we were to catch bus, even going up there. So at 8-year-old we'll catch a bus on his own, me and my brother.
Yeah.
We used to get up there every day, come back, and we'd get off at Dogley and run home. And in them days, we used to get a comic called Eagle. Remember Eagle?
My brother used to get that.
Eagle comic. And it came out, when it delivered, I think it delivered 1 day a week, every Monday, let's say. So to save money, we'd get off at Dogley and then run home as fast as we can, just to try and get the first look at the comic. And there were 2 of us, me and my brother used to run home like mad, try and get this comic. And one day, well, the bus stop used to be right opposite White Swan. It's not there now, it's just a bit further on.
Yeah.
But in them days, it was right opposite the White Swan. So as the bus set off, we all ran after the bus and then ran across the road. I got knocked down after that. I got knocked down. I can't hit me. Mustn't have been going so fast. I don't remember a thing. Anyway, it knocked me down. And the next thing I remember is in the ambulance going down to hospital. So it chipped some of my teeth out. Must have concussed me because I was just out, sparked out. Don't remember a thing after that. Waking up in hospital and no broken bones actually. But the driver did stop and the person ran down to my mum.
Yeah.
Must have got an ambulance with no phone.
No.
So who had a phone, I don't know. Where went near his phone box, I don't know. I can't remember now. No, his phone box in Dogley Bar. Might have been one at pub, I don't know. Might have been. But phone boxes were, we used to phone my auntie, my mum's auntie rather, lived in Sheffield. And we used to walk up to Kirkburton, where crosses now, there were red telephone box, and now were 12 pennies. Press button A, press button B, and put your pennies in. And we'd ring Sheffield once a week up, see how they're going on. Auntie Ada and Uncle Albert, see how they're going on. And then walk back down. So we hadn't got a phone. Nobody got a phone round there.
No.
Nobody had a phone.
No.
Nobody could afford one.
No.
So after that, I got moved to Kirkburton School. So
Yeah.
right, enough's enough. So me and my brother then went to Kirkburton School. I took my 11 plus, failed that miserably, as my brother did as well. My brother Austin is 2 years younger, so if I were 8 when I moved down, they'd be 45 when they were down. So we both going that bus to Kirkburton, 5-year-old and 8-year-old.
Wow.
You know, you couldn't do it these days,
No,
could you?
couldn't, no.
You had to
No,
cut
no,
those gyms. No.
And so did you like Kirkburton School?
Kirkburton School went all right. Mr. Hampshire, he was headmaster. I've asked, what's his name? Hampshire History Group. Go on.
Roger, it's
Roger
Roger.
Hampshire. Yeah, there's me. Roger. If it's any relation in the int, it's no relation at all.
Yeah.
He has gone through it all, but Mr. Hampshire, yeah. And my middle name's Thomas.
Yeah.
I will get Thomas after my uncle Tommy who got killed at war in Anzio. That's my mum's brother.
Yeah.
He was 24 when he got killed. So he went away, he got called up in 1942 and never came home, so my mum never saw him after that.
Yeah.
So I think that's how I got my middle name.
Yeah.
My mother and my dad always said, we all three of us had to have a middle name. So my eldest one's John Anthony. We always called him Tony.
Yeah.
Did you know how Tony? No.
I don't think so, no.
No. Well, he's 5 years older than me. He was born in 1938. Now Stephen is maybe 75 now. He's 2 years younger than me. And he's Stephen Rodney. Where they get Rodney get from, I don't know. Funny story about Rodney. Shall I tell you about Rodney?
Go on.
When my lads were little, I got two sons. Our Stuart and our what's his second name now? They haven't got second names.
James.
Our James, yeah. How do you know James? Hey? How do you know James?
Only from Facebook.
Anyway, yeah. So anyway, our James was taken aback with he'd got his hamster, and as a kid, he's about 4 or 5 years old. We said, what shall we call it? I don't know. We used to watch Magic Roundabout. Our Stuart used to watch Magic Roundabout as a kids. Sit in front of the telly, watch Magic Roundabout. There was Rodney the Rat on there. Remember Rodney the Rat? So I don't know how James came out. We call it Rodney. So anyway, Rodney, the hamster, got poorly. So we went down to the vets down at now Aspley, which has moved up Somerset Road now.
Donaldson's.
Yeah, Donaldson's vet. So I sat in there with this flipping hamster in a little cage or a box. And of course they all come out and they say their names. Oh, is so-and-so there? Right, so-and-so. Rodney, is Rodney there? This bloody hamster in the box, we call him Rodney. Got embarrassed, I don't know. Really embarrassed about Rodney. Anyway, Rodney didn't last long after that.
Let's go back to school days. So after
I know I'm digressing.
No, it's all interesting.
I tell people not to digress.
No.
I always tell them to come back into the questions.
Your grandchildren will love listening.
Well, I know, yeah.
After Kirkburton School, where did you go then?
Kirkburton St. Mom's School.
Right, which is where for?
Up Alice.
Yeah.
Which is not longer there now, but Alice is still there, isn't it?
Where the scout hut and that.
I think it's where Little Alice, where...
Oh, actually.
Yeah, it's round that area.
Built those houses where the school
Yeah.
was.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite a good school with that, yeah. So I started there when I was 11-year-old.
Yeah.
I left there when I was 15.
Yeah. And then, do you want to say anything about
well,
the
we
time there?
used to have football lessons with Rothery, Mr. Monks. They were good teachers. Well, Mr. Rothery, he was a very, very good teacher. He was a music teacher, and he used to put on shows on at Christmas time. Whilst we were in Kirkburton about shows, I was baptised at the Wesleyan Chapel, which is behind where Mind Labs is now. Oh, it's been knocked down, converted now. But we used to go there, Sunday school, and there they used to make men's pantomime on. And all the men used to dress up as women. I know it sounds a bit corny, but,
no, it's great.
There are photos. And even my older brother, he dressed up as a girl, and we had different shows on there.
Fab.
It was really, really good fun, was that?
I bet.
Really good fun, yeah.
People did make their own entertainment a lot.
Well, that's what you did.
Yeah.
You know, my dad was a good singer, a very, very good singer. He used to sing with my auntie, with his sister, in Skelmanthorpe. She had a piano, so she'd play and he'd sing it. Or they'd do a duet.
Yeah.
There was Ian Gunson's father, Roland Gunson. They'd do a duet.
Yeah.
Different songs of the time. And my dad, I know after he passed away, my mum passed all his music on to me. He had a music case full of music sheet music, all from
Lovely.
Buds and this summer dare bring out. Very, very controversial now.
Yeah.
It's not worth bringing them out. You can still buy them on internet.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
nothing obscene.
No, no.
It's just not.
Politically correct.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not. It's not the done thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you'd watch black and white minstrels on
That's it.
telly. It's that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Of its
You know.
time, really. Yeah.
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 So, but nobody thought out about
no,
it.
No. No.
Nothing. No. Nobody batted an eye. It was just a common thing.
Just accepted once.
Yeah,
that's
just
what it was,
accepted
what it
that.
was.
It
So
was the same with children's books, weren't they? I remember a book called Little Black Sambo.
Oh yeah.
You know, they just
Oh yeah.
Just that's
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we had my wife's brother Jeffrey. He passed his Meccano set on to me, my eldest brother, Al Stewart, and in there was the instruction book how to build stuff, and this one it was a gallows, and it was drop the N. I won't say it.
No.
No,
Yeah.
I won't say it.
Were you? Do you remember the cinema, or that already closed when you?
In
were-
Kirkburton,
Yeah.
it already closed, I
I
think.
did all right. And what about the baths? Were they still open? Do you remember them?
No, the baths were closed during the war.
Yeah. Okay.
I had been in the baths afterwards with Ted.
Yeah.
We had a look round,
Yeah.
but they'd all been filled in.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think the first company that took it over the baths was an engineering company, and they filled it all in.
Yeah.
Then after that, it was a textile firm down Springfield Mill. They
Yeah.
took it over as a storeroom.
Yeah. Okay.
But whilst I was at Kirkburton, I moved down to Dogley. And my dad said, well, you ought to have singing lessons, because I had quite a good soprano voice in them days. I haven't now, obviously. But I had quite a good soprano voice, so I went for singing lessons up Emley. You know where the chapel is, or the chapel
Yeah.
got knocked down, there's a
Yeah.
little lane going down there. There's a woman called Hampshire, and I asked Roger about this, and he